Hello, folks, and welcome to our fifth episode of our Let's Play series. This time we are hanging out on our pre-renewal classic server. We wanted to start some characters here so we can have some engagement with both communities. Gonna have some fun. I'm looking to create a sortie and joined today by Camptor, who is driving.
Hello. Yes, I am on the road right now, tooling around in my jalopy.
Ha ha! Jalopy.
Currently, I'm waiting for Oda to join me in the training ground sort of Is it? What would you call this? Courtyard? Atrium? Not atrium. It'd be more of a courtyard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think a courtyard would be
It's
appropriate.
very large for a courtyard.
Maybe veranda.
Wasn't that the planet in Serenity?
No, that's one of the characters from Sex and the City.
Ah,
So please let us know if there are any problems with the sound in the Twitch chats. Again, thank you very much for joining us. If you want to create a new character, we are on our classic Loki server. So as I get caught up, I'm just going through the character creation process. I think Camtor's a little farther than I am. So you'll be seeing what he is doing as I get started.
don't forget, the Xenophon is actually in the training ground still.
Is that the guy who blew up the volcano and all the Thetans came out, or?
I think he was part of the 10,000 or something.
Oh, okay. I remember that. He was on that show on USA.
Yes,
Or am I thinking of the 4400?
where they're all kidnapped.
I don't even remember anything about that show.
Oh, the small kid had mystical powers.
Never seen that one before.
Totally not a trope.
Speaking about new training grounds.
Placids, you are going to need to submit a ticket to the GM team. Unfortunately, they don't allow Oda and I to edit players' payment details for some strange reason. Something about security, keeping things into proper departments. So please message the GM team about that.
Yeah, they've actually managed to clear out quite a few of the tickets, so the backlog is actually not that bad right now. I think they're saying that for most issues, it's
A day.
about a day, which is very much down from how it was. They've been working on optimizing their response time, so that's definitely something that is being worked on. And so, where are you at right now, Capitor?
Near the bridge, sort of. I'm murdering drops. If you were watching the live stream, you could find me.
But where would I even go to get to our live stream?
You would go to twitch.tv/warp portal.
My save.
Although, we didn't really need to set ourselves up to say that because if they can hear us, they're watching it already.
Are they?
Yes. Are you actually Hunai or
What?
you're not Hune or Hunai?
No. I'm Bali High.
Uh,
BALI space HA apostrophe I. It's from South Pacific. Actually, let me take a moment and I'll go put out a large announcement.
Oda is going to go to the game servers and spam everyone, not give up until you guys all start watching. I'm waiting for Oda to do that. This character is meant to become an acolyte, so it's not going to be too combat heavy or capable for as a novice. So how's everyone doing? So how's everyone doing? So how's everyone doing? Actually, I don't have the ability to constantly talk like Oda as well. So, wait. There we go. I should probably put in some music, shouldn't I? Okay. Good. Good to have you back, Oda. We've discovered that I cannot keep a conversation to myself.
Now you see how hard it is.
Well, that's why you need an extra person. Because it's really hard just to be talking to yourself the whole time.
I
You
know,
kind of
tell me
feel like
about it.
you're not all there when that's going on.
That's all right. You know what? It's like the lady. I remember when I worked at a supermarket, we had a lady who came in, and she's like, "Oh, hey, so down at the office," and it looked totally cool. And then she turned, and we know she didn't have any Bluetooth headset, and it changed the situation noticeably. Just like, okay.
Well, you're working at a supermarket, so I'm fairly sure half the workers there were probably talking to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you're lifting bags of rice every day. I mean, it's gonna make you a little crazy. But it was a good place to work. Not my first job, but it was a good place to work. You meet a lot of people. You have to learn a lot of customer service stuff.
So, everyone, is the sound okay since I've turned on actual game sound? I turned on the background music and the sound effects. I don't know how that sounds to the users.
Probably sounds real good.
Oh, I hope so.
I think someone actually created a account to actually make fun of how slow I'm going through this, called Slowpoke, and I think I'm alright with that.
Maybe they're just a fan of the Pocket Monster franchise.
What's a pocket monster?
Something we can't actually say the name of.
Because it's obscene?
Yes. It involves the trapping of small woodland critters, forcing them into tiny cages, and then torturing them to battle for you.
Insert Michael Vick joke here. Good thing that robot said it, not me. That would have been horrible.
Yes.
I like that there's so many things built into the training ground that if you're not paying attention, we'll just take you the hell out of there. Just like, I could teach you about this Capra stuff, but I can also take you out. It's like, no, I don't want to miss out on the...
Well, that first NPC is the biggest trap. The one that says, "Oh, do you want to play RO?" Yeah. Okay, you're a level 1-1 novice out in the world. Have fun.
Uh, I knew a GM, good friend of ours, where he would really blaze. He created a lot of new characters, so he'd really blaze through the this old training grounds. Like he knew the exact like number of times to spam enter, so you could just get through it the most quickly.
Oh, that's good. Did you get through yet, or?
Hey, you know, taking my sweet time. You know, I'm savoring the experience. You know,
There you are.
when you go through, you got to make sure to get killed the first time. Oh no, I put so much vit on this novice. I'm gonna have to aggro some more stuff just to get killed. But you know, I wonder how many people don't get killed when they're going through the novice training grounds and miss out on those extra novice potions.
Well, it's
Probably
only
lots. Oh, you were saying? Sorry.
I was gonna say it's only 75 potions, so it might be advantageous not to die. Such a waste.
You know, just chilling out here.
As Oda is sneaking off. I'm not sure we should really be rewarding players for purposely failing. Seems a little bit counterintuitive.
Counterintuitive would have been a fun name for a character.
Huh.
You know, maybe if you had like a Batman villain that was centered around like keeping tally of things.
Okay, background music is still enabled. It just decided to stop.
It's just very low key.
Yeah. That joke was treble.
I'd hate if you would base your opinion of me on that.
You know, your wit is almost as sharp as a blade.
I put a gun to your tempo if I thought that way.
Don't let me bar you.
You don't have to end up with a cleft chin. Yeah, I think come on.
I'm out.
You took all the times that everyone was good. You could you know, it's like tennis. You try to lob as much as you can before the ball goes out of your court.
I like how we're kind of forcing players just to watch me kill really low level monsters.
I'm getting confused. I'm trying to click on the screen. Like, why don't you pick up that shell?
Well, I did actually. I'm hoarding them because I'm going to need them for blue gems later. We can't party yet.
I'm kind of mad that, yeah.
Well, you could do sort of in segments. Plan it out. to pay homage to certain TV shows as you go along. Oh, you know what we should really be doing is focusing on pourings to collect as many empty bottles. Sell to that one NPC.
I'm just trying to get this Chan Chan. It's hiding in this tree over here. Let's see. I thought I had Spotify on this. I always like to listen to music whenever I'm playing games.
I actually did not realize you had muted your mic this whole time. Because I was hearing you normally.
Yeah, you know, I tend to talk in my outside voice all the time, so... Zoe has said that she will pay twice the price of an NPC for the empty bottles.
There would be a short maintenance in Prontera right now, where we changed the NPC price to be abusive. I am kidding, of course.
I like this. The sound that comes out of these Chan-Chans has always been very disturbing to me.
The oink.
It's just like they were like, we don't have any real sound effects, so can one of the guys on the dev team just like make this horrific sound?
Well, you can't really, besides like that sort of weird buzzing sound as it goes by, flies don't really make too many sounds. It's, or at least not that we can hear.
Got orange juice. Sorry, don't let me interrupt you.
Flies don't make too many sounds.
I mean when they get real close, but they don't say anything when you kill them. Oh, look at this. Got tons of drops here. I got a knife, a cotton shirt. The game really gives you some like really... The stuff that drops at the very beginning is like, thanks. This probably meant more before you actually got gear that you wouldn't die in the
Actually, if
ground.
you get a 4-slotted weapon, such as the 4-slotted pike from the rocker map, you can actually, that's pretty useful for knights later.
I haven't decided knight or crusader. Did you tell the audience what you're planning to do?
I'm going acolyte. I have not decided if I'm going to be representing the more healing side or displaying the wrath of the Prontera Catholic Church.
I had a lot of fun back in the pre-renewal days with a monk character. I had a raging trifecta build. Not a G-Fister. Couldn't afford the blue pots, but that was a lot of fun to level with that. And just get the random extra hits.
I could see that. That was before the Taekwondo Kid came in, though, right?
Yes.
Because
that was not my first character. First character eventually became a rogue or rouge.
At least it wasn't the assassin.
I don't remember. Like, I guess most of my first characters became 2-1 classes, which I guess is kind of interesting.
Where are you on the map right now?
Right now I'm in the south side of the bridge. Just, you know, beating up on some monsters. Got this quest going here.
What should I name the party?
The Venga Boys. You know, we like the party.
So maybe at basic skill 7? There we go. So it's not job 7, you need basic skills 7 to party. Cause we like to party.
We like to party?
We like to party. I do not see you at the south side of the bridge. Did you lie to me, Oda? I feel so betrayed.
I mean, I'm right here. Are you in a different instance or something?
No, I shouldn't be. I guess it's possible. Type slash where? Ah, there
Oh,
you
no,
are.
here you go. You're simply invisible. You really did it. Okay. All right. I respect that.
Well, the extra Z's were important.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I totally forgot there's a arrange detail menu. I cannot for the life of me remember what the quest was that you pick up from.
Press Alt U.
Oh, I do have it on here. Okay, 10 points and 15 drops. Yeah, I mean, I really do like the system on renewal where it actually shows above your head how many kills you have left.
Well, that is part of the end request we did make as upgrades.
I mean, I'd love if we were able to have um, a more modern interface, but still keep the pre-renewal mechanics.
Yeah. Because the interface changes were more quality of life than actual gameplay changes.
Right. You know, you want to have an LA face with an Oakland booty. You know what I mean?
Are we really going to quote that one?
Quote what? Yes.
You're happy you killed the Chon Chon?
I cannot lie.
No, I'm going to kill steal this one.
Hey, whoa. Easy there, buddy. Yeah, would definitely like to freshen up the training grounds experience on Classic server.
This is actually something we're going to be looking at this next month.
Yes.
I'm actually going to redo what I did previously because I've learned some better ways of doing a few things over the last year.
Very cool. Betwixt says hello. I say hello back. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing that is interesting and kind of a bummer about the training grounds that we had here. You know, you don't have any death, you know, no EXP loss if you die in the training grounds. You know, all the monsters pretty much drop stuff. You can always go back inside if you don't want to get killed while you're AFKing by a Fabre. But then again, it's kind of like you're not really seeing the outside world. You know, this area is like really good for spawns. Everything spawns real quick.
Well, the ideal goal would be to have high-level players sort of hanging around, showing the new kids, hey, this is what you can be.
Yeah.
If you play this game, you can be this cool.
We need to have kind of like a little tunnel that higher level players can travel through. What? There was.
You have you know, glass on there, and you say don't feed the newbies.
Right, and you know, if you paid 10,000 zeni to an NPC, it'll actually spawn tougher monsters on the novice characters. No, appropriately tough monsters.
No. If you pay 10,000 zeni, it lets you in so you can pet the newbie under the direct supervision of a novice keeper.
No, we'd have to make sure you can't drop stuff.
Well, what would be the concern there? Because the second they're out of the training grounds, you can just give them stuff. The only thing we'd have to be looking out for is dead branching and polymorphing.
Which would be easy enough to disable. I don't know. I definitely like to have a more dynamic intro to Classic. I mean, I'll give RO that it doesn't kind of fall into the trope of like a Skyrim type game where it just does you start off as a prisoner and then you get released or something like that.
And that was the first time I died.
And that was the first occasion upon which I met my death. Baron von Munchausen. Um, but I think it'd be nice if it kind of would engage you a little bit into Aro's storyline. Like, hey, we got this demon thing that's coming. We need more recruits to help us with that. Something that would be a storyline hook that would get the players kind of thinking about, like, hey, this is why you guys should stick around, level up, make some friends. It's because this thing is coming.
Exactly.
Betwixt asks, am I okay to ask a non-RO1 question that cropped up today?
We will
Yeah.
do our best to help you, but we may not be able to because we kind of specialize in RO1. So ask away.
I mean, when you see us say this, like, 10 seconds from now.
Well, no, I want him to bend space and time and ask right now.
I think that would be more freaky than anything else. Ugh.
Technically, he did just ask the non-RO1 related question.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
technically correct.
So,
The best kind of correct.
yes.
Got a good pile of pointers right here. This is great. I think I'm almost done with my kill quest. I think I am done.
We might want to actually go to a tougher map.
That's true. Pretty slow going, even though it's constant. I just need to be able to pick some of this stuff up, and the pourings keep coming.
I have no... Oh, there you are. I'll go...
Just like, let me pick up the stuff, guys.
No.
Can you...
No.
Ugh.
No, you aren't allowed to.
Look, a new one spawns every time I'm almost done and able to pick this stuff up. It's insane.
There's another one.
Oh, no. It's happening again. People always trying to take it from me. Why won't you leave me alone? Betwixt asks, I just started playing RO2 a few days ago. Haven't been playing since the Legend of the Second Carol 2 launch and noticed that it had been shut down in Korea. Does that mean there's no active development on that game at the moment? No. I should say yes, they are still developing.
Instead of saying yes or no, perhaps you should just say there is active development going on for RO2. They merely shut down their local service. I don't know the reason why, but they are still doing updates. Recently, RO2 received the Morok update, where they added master levels and a ton of new dungeons, boss monsters. And I think their most recent major update was the Honing update that was just a couple weeks ago. That allowed for they're not enchantments, but they're extra stats that can be added to any weapon in the game. It's kind of a random roll, and you get a random stat bonus on your item. So that there isn't any weapon that is the best, but you can improve your older weapons to be pretty good.
Right, you'll still have a hone to pick.
You really honed in on that one.
Let's forge ahead, shall we?
Why? You just whetted my appetite.
Let's not sharp on the same puns, shall we? Let me turn this in before I get murdered by this Fabre. Or Faber. Do you guys call it Fabre or Faber?
Well, we have to kind of wait 10 seconds for them to answer. If they answer. They may choose just to ignore Oda.
I think you're right. Have you gone to a higher level?
Not yet. Which one are you at?
I'm gonna do the 4 to 5.
Faber?
What?
Faber? Oh, okay, Faber.
Faber.
Faber. Or Fabre. Faber.
Faber?
Well, add F to Saber. So,
like if you have a Faber task of someone.
yeah. Oh, wow, there's a ton of pourings here.
Yeah, that first map, there's kind of a lot of pourings.
I'm going to just murder some pourings.
This may have been a mistake. I'm
Where
attacking a female thief bug.
they kind
Yeah.
of swarm.
Well, I'm smart enough not to fall for that one. Oh yeah, this is not a fair fight.
You're killing them, right? Because you're a strong hero. The
I,
hero of Rune Midgards.
I, I need to add some more to my stats, but more dex definitely need. Oof. These guys definitely sting. These rockers when you're level 8.
Are they bugging you, Oda?
They're giving me crickets.
Not sure that's the right disease.
You know, like rickets.
Yeah, that's a genetic disorder. It's not actual transmuted disease from insects.
Now I'm on the map with the willows.
Just type /where and tell me the two numbers that appear.
New underscore 3-3 99 37.
3-3, okay.
I love the willows. They're kind of a decently scary looking monster for low level players, but they're weak.
Well, as long as they're not elder willows.
Yeah, don't make that mistake.
Okay, I am on 3-3, and there you are.
That's right. So there's no hunting quest for these.
No.
Maybe you should do a maintenance right now and correct that.
Maybe I should. That'd be kind of mean, just end the live stream in the middle. Because we'd use up all the live stream time doing that change.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Oh, here's a picky. You know, those can't be dangerous at all. Don't forget, condors assist each other, so
Right.
they will murder you.
Yeah, and willows, they drop a lot of stuff, too.
Yes, if you were going to go archer, I'd suggest you look out for a trunk, because you need one. If I
Well,
remember
plus,
correctly.
you know, if you keep this stuff, you can make one of those saccats. Yeah, I remember back pre-renewal, getting a saccat, you know, it was one of the most cool-looking hats, and you could make it yourself. Yeah, just a whole bunch of these condors right in the middle. I think I'll be fine, fellas.
I wonder who Orange Tundra is that keeps on following us.
If you are joining us in game, make sure to shout out and let us know. Orange Tundra. Oh, jeez.
What'd you do?
No, I didn't do anything, but they're mobbed up like crazy. They're mobbed up like the Gotti family, am I right? Oh no. I mourn Orange Tundra. And I'm done.
You're done?
Morning. I don't know if it was that episode of Community, but definitely feeling the
All right.
nostalgia.
Let's do this.
Okay. Take all the damage for me. Good, good. Actually, I should be the one with the bite, so...
I'm at you
Wow.
right now.
Wow, I need to improve my dex. This is bad. I'm missing
Whoa,
like
that
crazy.
was That was close.
But we're gonna have all this chicken
The meat.
meat. Why don't you get Kowalski a glass of meat, Stimpy? Oh, the Rotofrogs aren't too bad. They hit hard when they do connect, but
No, they don't connect all the time. I remember, shoot. Do you remember the old artist GM we used to have that did the Darksiders art?
the game Darksiders, or do you
Yeah,
mean?
like the game. He did that art book.
Are you sure you don't mean Darkstalkers?
Or Darksiders, yes. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't want to just shout his name because that would be kind of mean.
you'd be summoning him.
Yes, I have to say Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. He and I were actually in here when Classic launched, and we had a never-ending stream of condors on us at one point. It was really bad.
Yeah, the numbers are a little high. Yeah, I just love how they just kind of come out of the woodwork. Yeah, my dex is not high enough to get some good hits on these guys. Plus all the Fabers is not doing me any good here.
So what's your vit at?
My Vite,
Yeah, your vite.
my Vita. I mean, I say Vite or Vit. I don't know what I say.
You have an overvite?
That's right. I don't know what kind of accent you're doing. Like a vampire. I think I'd probably say Vit.
Well,
But
technically
being
it's
that it's
supposed
short for vitality,
yeah.
Vite is probably more correct.
I really think it's like potato, potato, tomato, tomato,
Well,
oysters
we
and
have-
oysters.
We have Stir,
Oh, it's
you know, Aggie, Vit, Eint, Dex, Luck,
Luke.
Luke.
Because there's not a there's no CK. It's just one K sound. So it's well, Oda, you say tomato, I say tomato.
And I say potato, and you say potato.
Potato, potato.
Tomato, tomato. Let's call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, any more than that, I think the license thing we'll find out if we're singing.
And we probably just fueled so much fan fiction.
It's just mispronunciations.
Yes, it's totally not a 1940s song sung in a duet.
You know, we could do like a... I would love to learn how to do the Anything Goes from Temple of Doom. I think that would be a lot of fun. Actually sing it in Mandarin?
Well, we'd have to get you her costume though, or else there's no point in doing the video.
I mean, if anyone's going to play Willie Scott, I guess it probably should be me. But I love that Temple of Doom was a movie that, like, George Lucas was so grumpy from having a divorce, he was like, all right, I'm going to write the darkest movie possible. And he did. And it still was only PG, but it was still horrifically violent. I think that's pretty interesting.
Well, there was no massive blood and guts or cussing. It was just, oh,
A guy was pulled into a rolling machine and came out as like a thing of blood. You know, that's pretty messed up to have him.
but you don't see the whole process.
You kind of see him get sucked in there. I mean, I'd kind of argue that they do. You know, they show him being tortured by a child with a voodoo doll. That's a pretty dark movie. Also, thank goodness we actually have Indian restaurants around here. Because if you thought that that's what Indian food was, like, oh, what's this curry you brought out? I thought we are having like snake surprise.
Or chilled monkey brains.
It's like, no, like how many decades after did people who ran Indian restaurants have to go like, no, we don't. That's just a movie, guys.
Well, what was the weird one where they're like eating scarabs, which are totally not. I don't think scarabs are local to India, are they?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that is a Egyptian thing.
Right. So why would they be eating
A
them?
George Lucas movie is culturally insensitive? No way.
He would never do that.
No slave is worth the two pods. I'm really enjoying watching the Clone Wars on Netflix, but
Heretic.
it's not that bad. I mean, look at what they have to work with. It's not. They're kind of having to work with the worst hand to possibly be dealt, and they actually crafted a pretty decent show out of it. It reminds me a little bit of like the Starship Troopers CG, maybe a little bit better than that. But they have a lot of serialized storylines that are actually pretty fun. They give the characters more dimension than the movie was able to, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, you know what's going to suck? Is having to do the Acolyte job change and going past the Mandragoras.
Ooh.
That is an evil quest.
See, I keep remembering, like, wait, wasn't the whole Acolyte quest just to, like, you talk to the Deverucci, you talk to the different demons, and like, no, I reject you.
That was the priest quest.
Oh, okay.
The priest quest is actually very dark. It's like, are you willing to murder in our name?
Yeah, I seem to remember that the guide on IRLWiki said you have to act like the craziest zealot possible, and you'll nail it.
So, what's your levels at right now?
Currently at 10-9, so actually we're not that far off from being ready.
Yeah, I just doubled.
So Orange Tundra just walked by me and said the Goonies, which apropos of nothing, but I will appreciate a Goonies reference wherever I can find it. But what I really want, I think, is a sequel.
To the Goonies?
I want to see where those characters are. I want to have their kids go on a adventure.
Shouldn't they be like, no, you're not going to go outside. We know what we did. You aren't stepping outside our houses at all. I don't want you to see a dead body.
No, Mikey. It's like, yeah, when we went on a childhood adventure, we found millions of dollars worth of gems and were able to buy our neighborhood back from the poor or from the rich developers. It's like, hey, maybe you kids better do that again.
Or how about the kid that nearly gets killed by the train? That was the Goonies, right?
No, I think you might be talking about Stand By Me. This may be a mistake. I can feel the missing.
Whiff.
That's alright though, I got Vit.
You mean bite?
Whatever. Boff, puke, whatever. If you don't pay Pizza the Hut, then pizza will order out for you.
That doesn't even deserve a response.
What do you mean? That's a beloved movie.
He's done some better movies.
Yes. Well, you know what? Somebody mentioned it before. I think one of my friends brought it up, but the problem with Spaceballs, if you could say that, is that for the other parody movies Mel Brooks has done, he's a huge fan of those things. He's a huge fan of westerns. He's a huge fan of musicals. Like, I think that's why those movies work so well. I think Spaceballs feels a little bit more like, this is what the kids are into. I don't quite get it myself. He doesn't love the like when you watch Shaun of the Dead, when you watch Hot Fuzz. Like, I feel like those guys, they make the movies. They're loving, loving, loving parodies. Like, they really
Well,
kind of like they're huge fans of it. I felt like Mel Brooks is not a big Star Wars fan.
well, half the gags in Spaceballs were making fun of actual movie production by itself, with the whole direct-to-video, the merchandising, the
Ah, that was the best moment. Was
stunt double scene where you capture their
okay,
stunt
yeah,
doubles.
no, they had some. I feel like a lot of the profanities kind of forced in the movie, but it's just some of the visuals and that goofy score, where they had the vocal version of the Spaceballs theme. I wish we could play music during these things.
I don't know why the background music isn't going.
It's probably turned down in options.
Well, I had it. See, it's still playing now. I just had to turn it up then down again.
Because what you got is what we need, and all we do is dirty deeds. We're the Spaceballs. Watch out. It's one of those things where if they had that for karaoke, I think it would be fun to do. But it seems way too obscure. Okay, I've turned up the music a little bit more on mine.
Are you Ted yet?
Tintin?
Yes. Are you a canine who has magical powers to save a small child who apparently doesn't understand pattern
No,
recognition?
I am a boy adventurer drawn by a Belgian man, Hergé.
Well, what level are you?
I'm 10-9, so I'm almost there.
Oh, what percentage into job?
57.9%.
So slow.
I know, lagging behind, man.
Get that yellow gem. It's worth 600 zenny.
Jeez. Now, just like on renewal, we're not opposed to getting people donating.
I am. I don't think we should take donations. Oda, I know you want to do it the easy way, but we should experience it as the players experience it.
The easy way.
So, since you're a female character, you need to beg in Prontera.
I don't think that's worked for decades.
I'll offer warps to faraway towns like Islude.
What I can do is I will hit the Meows and run around. But on to Spaceballs. I think that the casting was pretty good. Always nice to see John Candy in these roles. Like, he got, oh man. It's tough, when people pass away kind of before their time. Because the amount of roles that they're in, like, he was in, and it's a movie that I do and don't want to see, but it's, one of the movies Dan Aykroyd made after he kind of went crazy. It's called Nothing But Trouble. It's a movie where Demi Moore and Chevy Chase get arrested in this kind of small backwater town, and it's run by the cartoonishly, like grotesque, I guess you could say.
Is that the one where Danny DeVito's the lawyer and saves them?
If only. Actually, I love My Cousin Vinny. That taught me quite a bit about profanity and how to use it.
I'm fairly sure that was not the intent of that movie.
It was it was that and like watching Def Comedy Jam when on vacation at a place at HBO pretty much. But yeah, Nothing But Trouble seems like just the weirdest. It, I think it's kind of the thingy thing. A lot of the movies that we regard as kind of like the worst movies ever, these huge flops, that are made by people who have done better work. I mean, it's you have the movie Toys, which I watched on Netflix not too long ago. It was, the director's passion project, and I think the thing you find with a lot of these passion projects is that when you have 20 years, 10, 20, 15 years to work on a single project, you might lose a little bit.
Let's go up a level.
Sure, I'm ready to beat up on some flies.
Okay. Level 4?
Sure. Still got over 400 novice potions left. I'm feeling pretty good.
Unfortunately, I ended up on level 5. I'll try to get down to 4.
That's kind of weird that it sends you randomly.
Well, yeah, there you are.
Okay. Are we on even share or each take?
Even share.
Join me. I am a mod. He is a rocker. We are mortal enemies.
We're going to squish this bug. Although, killing thief bugs for job experience is kind of counterproductive, isn't it?
A little bit. I mean, I really want to eat this mushroom spore that was eaten by a giant bug.
Maybe we should go to 5 and kill actual spores.
Yeah, spores probably wouldn't be a bad idea. They hit a little hard, but I'm almost about to level up right now.
I'm going to seriously think about removing thief bugs from the training grounds, because it's almost a cruel joke where you're telling users,
it's like, oh, thanks.
You need to level up to job level 10. Here's a bunch of monsters. They will do nothing for you. Are you in 5?
Sorry. Switching.
Because I'm trying to kill a spore.
And not going so well?
Maybe not the best.
Oh, jeez.
There'll be large chunks of EXP for you.
Well, this will definitely get me my level. I need to up my dex. A movie I did watch recently that was wonderfully terrible.
There we go.
It's a movie that you probably haven't heard of. It's called Food Fight. Somebody basically said, let's make Toy Story, but about supermarket mascots.
Ah, that's weird.
So the movie was animated, has Charlie Sheen as the voice of Dex Dogtective, and it's a... oh no.
What'd you do?
I tried to click on the NPC, but I clicked on a thief bug instead. This was not the plan. Okay, just talking to
Alright,
these.
Hanson. Let's see what job you recommend for me. I'll do the questionnaire.
Bop, perhaps? Or maybe some diet soda?
Do you want to read your test, or should I read mine?
You go ahead.
Okay. Please choose the word that best matches you from among the following: study, exercise, public service, or violence. What do you think, Oda?
Um,
We're not going to base it upon the job I want. What would you say describes me?
describes you.
Yes.
Can you go through that list again?
Study, exercise, public service, or violence?
Violence.
Okay. The daily beatings have sunk in. Uh, challenge, change, or conserve?
Well, you are a follower of Zine Tech, so probably change.
Okay. Consumer, seller, producer?
Producer.
Yep, I want to be a producer. I have my golden name and stars. Celebrity or prudence?
Prudence.
Hey, prudence. Theory or experience?
Huh? Theory.
The past, reality, or the future?
Future.
I think reality is supposed to be the present.
I think so. It
Yeah.
probably just a translation.
Please answer yes or no to the following questions. I'd rather die than live submissively. No, I want to live. Screw that.
Yeah, I think
You are often upset when you see someone better than you. No
no.
one's better than me, so no. You don't mind exploring dangerous places. Yeah, I don't mind. You're a leader type person. Sure.
Yeah,
We'll go with
I
that.
think so.
When exploring a dungeon, you reach a dead end. However, there is a sign that reads, "Do not push," next to a stone that looks strangely like a button on the wall next to you.
I mean that.
Why would you hide a button, camouflage
That-
as a stone, then just
and
label it
looks
with
like
a sign?
a button.
Yeah.
Do not push. Like, come on, guys. This is. Well, hey, you know what? It's a gullible trap.
Yeah, so no. I'm not going to push the button. You often see things that don't exist. No.
You know, you got to live like you're dying.
if you
Something,
felt like
something Rocky Mountain climbing.
if you fell off a cliff, you'd feel like you were flying. No, I'd feel like I'm falling. Money talks. No, it's kind of inanimate. Now let me give you some different questions. Please relax and take it easy. Choose the answer that best suits you. As you check your tight schedule, you feel like a robot. You are proud and satisfied. Schedule? What schedule? As you go window shopping, you find a really interesting item in a store, debating whether or not to buy it. Before making a purchase, the first thing you do is check the price. Fill in the blank. You blank competing with other people. I don't like it.
Kill.
You are responsible for a task that requires you to cooperate with many people. If you handle alone, it will take a lot of effort and time. If you cooperate with others, it will be simple and enjoyable task. You would. Yeah, I'll take advantage of my friends.
Ugh.
Incidentally, Oda,
Tisk.
can you lift a couch?
Yes. Why?
Well, you'll find out.
No.
You happen to find a girl who fainted on the street. What do you do? I'll carry her to a hospital. You pick up clothing. What do you do? Well, I just killed a bunch of thief bugs for clothing, so
Yeah, you don't. I mean, that's actually playing out right now.
yeah. You accidentally slip your tongue in the middle of a conversation. How do you cope with the situation? Well, I actually tend to analyze it. You're on a trip with your beloved. Your significant other then asks you to buy a souvenir that's not particularly good. What do you do? Yeah, I bought it.
I like that these are the same questions. Like, if you applied for work at Target, they'd be asking like, if a coworker did something wrong, would you report it to the manager? These are basically like psychopath tests. Like, is this person like secretly a psychopath?
He's suggesting I be a mage. No, thank you.
It's like, if the opportunity came to steal something from Target, would you do it? Like, who is gonna say strongly agree?
Oh, you caught me. If only you hadn't asked that question on the job application.
Once you answer that, it just like shackles come over your hands.
You're guilty of
We
thought
finally
crime.
got you.
Alright, I'm going to start my quest.
Okay. Good luck. We're coming towards the end of our time, but let's get into a good spot. You think we'll be kind of alternating? Like we can still be leveling these characters in between the live streams so people can kind of see what we've done.
Uh,
Uh,
let's at least job change.
yeah, okay, okay.
Or do you need to go? Because I know you have your end of day tasks.
What? No.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can still go. This is my end of day task.
Oh, okay then.
Ugh, so many questions. What is this?
No,
SATs?
before I go actually do this, I'm going to go buy a bunch of fly wings because I know I'm going to need them. I do not want to run through the Mandragora map without fly wings. Oh, hello, tool dealer. Let's see, I don't really need the jalopy. Fluff, apples, red herbs. Oh, I could just NPC these empty bottles. They're worth 3 zen each.
Maybe we shouldn't even have that as an option that people can sell them to NPCs. Yeah, make sure to talk to the Eden group.
Oh, for the Frontier Pass? That's actually not the Eden group. That is the Kaffir girl.
Oh, no, right. I'm thinking of renewal.
Wait, how did it not sell? I click sell. I might click cancel.
Sell, sell, sell.
Was it sell, Herbert, sell?
What?
Wait. Did it seriously...
Is it not letting you sell something?
I got ripped off. Oh, okay, that's weird. The NPC isn't updating with the fact that I have 2,000 plus Zenny. That's weird. No, I just asked for Tumai. Because I am confused. I got hit with the old man.
I like that. I like when NPCs kind of give you an out, like, "Hey, do you want to hear more from me?" Like, I kind of have to.
You're a little bit long-winded. Alright, where are you, Kaffir girl? Yeah. Got my pass. Oh, that was a real good first teleport. I landed only a few feet away from the portal I needed. Okay, that happened again.
Lol. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, the swordsman's obstacle course.
Where is Father Banff? I don't remember. You know, I'm gonna go to Iro Wiki, a really good source for information on Ragnarok Online.
Oh jeez. I felt.
That's right.
I totally did not click on the hole to fall in.
Oh, I went to the wrong one. I need to go to Geffen.
So yeah, swordsman's quest, huh?
So I went to the wrong NPC map, which is kind of funny because the teleports were perfect, spot on, exactly where I need to go to get the other acolyte. It's kind of sad. Okay.
Yeah, the swordsman test, you got to deal with a lot of goofy pathing. Like you'll totally be like, oh, I was on the correct route, and it's like, oh, I clicked wrong and fell down this dumb hole.
Then you have to fight Fabers.
Oh, hi, Fabre. Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember this all too well.
I love it when you teleport and you can actually see your old teleport animation when you land in the new spot. It means you didn't move at all.
Oh, I got these. Yeah, you gotta get on these rails. I think it's nice. There's actually a little bit of hand-eye coordination you gotta have.
Okay, should be here. Near the center. That's perfect. I bet there's a DB waiting for me at the NPC. Because our players are kind of jerks about that.
I'm sure our classic community wouldn't. They're much more polite than the folks on renewal. I'm sure they will prove you to be wrong in that category.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Oda.
Oh, frack.
This guy doesn't look like a priest at all.
Uh, if he's a priest, he has to tell you he's a priest.
Ha! I escaped before they could get me.
I really like the music down here in the swordsman job change area. It's very mellow. That's the thing about Arlo's music. I mention this every time I talk about it, but it's very eclectic.
Who's the slowpoke now, Zelly? I'll meet you outside the Frontier Catholic Church. Because I am about to job change.
Nice. And so am I. Okay, I have got nothing to wear.
That's good.
Man, didn't even give me a sword?
No, what kind of
It's,
swordsman wants a weapon? I mean, really, you should be beating things with your fist.
that's brutal, man. We need to get that.
The novice swords exist, so
Yeah, I think starter gear for new characters. I think that's not a bad idea. I that's one thing that the Eden Group definitely does very well. Um,
so are you going to join us, or are we just going to end here?
I mean, no, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking. So if you guys haven't seen already in my SIG, got links to a CM specific blog and Twitter. So actually, that's pretty fun. It's something that we've been working on for a little bit, and I'll be updating that with all kinds of weird stuff that I am into. So make sure to check that out.
I already know what Zelly was trying to do, convincing me to B-Wing back to the NPC. Not going to fall for it. No, sir.
Yeah, so once we get a little bit higher up, we want to check out the different dungeons. Like maybe we'll go down to Payon. Depending on what your build is for Acolyte, that might be pretty helpful.
Oh, someone left a mace out. Mine now. I don't know what mace this is. I'm just. Oh, it's un-ID'd. I clicked the dagger. That was stupid. Oh, I ID'd everything but the mace because I am special.
You're a regular Sherlock Holmes with all those magnifying glasses. If you guys haven't already, we have the This Week in Ragnarok from April Fools up on our YouTube. Make sure to check that out. We had a lot of fun making it. Zanby got hit right in the face with a pouring plushie. That was actually pretty. I mean, you can see me there in the video. It's. I was really laughing. Okay, so we have got our first jobs. And I think that'll do it for today. Thank you guys so very much for watching, hanging out with us, and purple glasses.
Actually, give me a moment. I'm going to find that image for them. Here you go, everyone. Please enjoy the image of Zambi.
I think that is the non-slowed down version, but it was very much like a Brady Bunch moment. Like, neither of us were really expecting that to happen, so it's pretty hilarious.
Hester kind of brought that out of left field.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us for this Friday Let's Play. Next week, I think we will be back on Renewal. Thinking of doing kind of alternating, unless you want to get your character a little bit higher in Classic next week. We're pretty flexible.
No, next week should be Renewal. So have a good night, everyone. We will see you next week for our Tiki Tuesday Let's Play on Renewal and this week in Ragnarok. Yes.
Good night and aloha.